What's up, everybody? Welcome to Accurate Opinions with Hope and Jessica. Jessica, what's up?
Not much. How are you doing?
I am well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing okay. The squishy's having me feel a little up and down today, but other than that, I'm good.
Hey, thank God for the squishy. So, got some things on your mind?
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to me.
To say it politely, the LGBTQ plus, I believe that's all the letters, that community, they are kind of pushy with their beliefs, and I don't like when they push their beliefs onto me. I don't really like that.
Okay.
So I don't like when you're telling me, and you might not even be necessarily LGBTQ plus, whatever, but you're telling me I have to call myself a certain thing, like her, him, and instead of introducing myself as, hi, I am Jessica. No, it's like something like she is Jessica, she, her. I don't appreciate that. And then you're, like I said, I don't know if this is completely true, putting cisgendered, cis female, cis male on my driver's license. I'm not cis anything. I'm simply female. I don't push your stuff on me.
So is this something personal that you've dealt with? Someone has approached you or said to you that you should do this or suggest?
Yes, ma'am. One of my coworkers, we were talking about the children and how her children were in school and talking about the different things they would dress up, because one of the children's friends wanted to dress up. He was a little boy, wanted to dress up in a dress, and I was like, oh, that's... And she's like, what, you wouldn't let your son do that? No, because they don't know anything about sex or anything. So why would I start introducing that sexual concept to them? If they are, 16 or up and they want to start dressing like that, sure, but not at the tender age of 10 and below. You don't even really introduce them to that stuff yet.
I'm very surprised that I'm surprised. And the reason why I said that is because I haven't had a conversation like such. Mm-hmm. One could be is because I don't have a child. Mm-hmm. And this conversation did start from, asking question, would you allow your son or daughter to do this or that? Mm-hmm. But I do realize that in today's society, things are changing and they are doing more pronoun, introducing themselves with pronouns now. Even in the professional world, I see it a lot on email signatures, the feminine or the male name, followed by the he, she, or the he, him, or the she, her, just to let others know this is how I want to be referenced. I can respect that, because if someone that to my visual eye, I would take as a female being born with the female chromosome, quite naturally, I am going to say she. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if they want to be called something else, yes, you would need to let me know what that something else is. Mm-hmm. However, in my research, because I want to be respectful, in my research, I'm told that if I address what looks to be like a born female as a she and she'd rather something else, it's best that I ask. That's probably where I draw the line. If I see a female, I'm going to say, hey, lady, what's up? Or, or yes, ma'am, if I'm being respectful in a reply. Mm-hmm. If you want to be called something different, you would need to let me know. I hang with a lot of female friends, and I have people in my family and my friend base that's of the LGBTQ plus community. And even the guys, I still say, man, please, or the girl, I say, girl, please. And it's not to be disrespectful. It's just to further the conversation. You know what I'm saying? As we would on any other basis, but in the event, if I offend them and they tell me once, I would most likely correct it going forward. But I'm not going around the room saying, introduce your gender, so that we can all be on one even keel going forward. I most likely would not do that. So you would need to let me know.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think it was not me personally myself, but I saw somebody on Facebook, and usually dude is the general saying. You can just call anybody dude. Hey dude, what's up dude, yo dude. But nowadays, you call somebody that's claiming to be a woman dude, and it's a whole uproar. Oh, you don't know what I associate with, what I am, and you're calling me a dude. That's sexualist. I'm like, no, that's just a generic term. Call people. I don't understand people nowadays. They're so sensitive with everything. You can't say just about anything on the internet or social media, really, without people throwing a tantrum and you potentially losing your job. Your life is ruined.
Yeah, I really feel sorry for the younger generation now, because it seems as if it's being more introduced, in times past, now that no disrespect when I say this phrase, but now that the closet door is open, there's a lot of rules that comes with it. And I mean, let me just say this. I'm the type person, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I don't care what your gender, what your choice is. If you treat me nice, I'm treating you nice. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say if you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you back. But I'm just talking about from a positive note. If you treat me nice, I'm going to treat you nice. Period. Have your preference. However, if you should cross the line into my area, I'm going to make a correction. And we should be able to flow forward, I'm just saying, but these days and times, the people that I know who live the lifestyle, there is no gray area. They are welcome to my house. You know what I'm saying? They ride in my car. I mean, when I go places and I want either one of the guy or the girl that's living that lifestyle to roll with me, we roll together. No disclaimers. You know what I'm saying? It's you actually, when you see us together, it's not like, oh, is that Hope's other half? You know what I'm saying? Just because she's a female and she's living that life. No, it's not. It's understood that I support you, period. You know what I'm saying? I just flat out support you. But all of this, I just think we're making it so busy, with the he, her, she, him. I think I'm saying he, her, he, him, she, her. And, and then I think there's one called Z now, and it's just be who you are. And I'm like I said, that's just be who you are. It's almost like being a Christian and non-Christian. You know what I'm saying? And what if an atheist say, just because I came to your church, I don't want you to refer to me as a Christian. I want you to call me an Xer. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much to remember. I'm just saying, be who you are. Correct me one time. I got you. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to respect anybody, and I remove myself from the situation if I feel like it's getting a little too stuffy for me, period.
That's what I've had to do lately. Coworker, same one, told me the story and I told her my views. After that, I don't bring it up. If I see them talking about it, I don't even try to get in the group chat anymore. But I don't, just like you said, just correct me once and we're good. But if I make that mistake, don't go all off the handle and saying we can't talk to each other anymore. You're being rude. I'm not being rude. I didn't know your preference in the beginning. Now that I know it, I'm okay. That's just like, if I usually give people nicknames. If you don't like the nickname I give you, tell me, and I'll might find something else or just call you by your name. I don't understand all this hoopla for nothing. Just, I can understand if I'm sending you a text or in the professional world sending an email and your name is gender neutral. But, okay, and that's it. If I make that mistake, okay, it's an email. I can't actually see you. But if we're face-to-face and I call you a she or a her when you want to be called he or him, that's fine. Tell me that. And like you said, I have friends that are in that community aside from that one coworker, and they are perfectly fine with it. We're good. Nobody assumes anything. But just... And there's always that one little gray area where people get, I don't even really know a nice term for it.
Well, let me say this. I mean, I noticed there are some areas where you can just have open flow conversation with some of these people. And then there's some is like, I'm going to keep my mouth shut because I don't want to say the wrong thing. If there's a true relationship there, I mean, if it's a work relationship and you be like, you know what, outside of 9 to 5, I have no dealings. That may be one you say, you know what, I'm just going to sever ties outside of work. You know, versus that person who's a friend who checks on you when she knows you're having a bad day, make sure you're okay. Can I bring you some orange juice? You know, or something, you know, that type of relationship. But I suggest, like, I'm always going to come from the peace end. So my suggestion is, if it's someone that you know and you think you can sit down and have an honest conversation with it and say, hey, outside of the pronouns, I want to talk to my friend. And just say, let's have an honest conversation. Just say, you know, like, hey, there's a lot of new stuff that's happening, even in the gender world, period. And it's going to take some getting used to. You know what I'm saying? So don't take my approaching you as things were as I knew it to be prior to now, to be disrespectful. And if I do it too many times, call me off on a one-off. You know what I'm saying? Let's not have this conversation, you know, in front of everybody or in a group chat. You know, listen, sometimes we repeat ourselves. We do things over. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me, hey, don't call me, I don't know, Lil Red Riding Hood. I'm just talking about your hair real quick. You know, don't call me Lil Red Riding Hood. And before I know it, you got red hair. Before I'd be like, look, I catch myself because she doesn't like that. It takes a while. A lot of times we accept things and then we get to the point where we be like, you know what, I'm saying something because I don't like it. There's a right and a wrong way to do it. So I'm just saying, let's just be nice about it. You know, you're gonna live like you want to live. You're gonna have your life, be it if it's with me being in it as a friend or not. But I'm just trying to find the peace, and I just ask you, hey, let's talk about it, and you know, give me a little twitch in the eye if I do something wrong, and I'll be like, my bad, and you just, you know, you'll get it. Don't lose a friendship over it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say it's not that serious, but I think we need to choose our battles. Life is too short. You know, and you, like I said, I'm going to be me, you're going to be you. But we're going to create that line of respect, and we're going to do it in a closed room or, you know, on a one-off. When we come out, we're going to pop our collar, we're going to be all right. Everybody going to be like, what happened? If we wanted y'all in the room, we would have invited you. But we got this straight. You know, I'm just talking about being grown folk. Pretty much, being grown folk.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's just, let me know if I'm offending you, but like you said, we can still be friends at the end of the day. There's too much bigger stuff in the world to be upset over something so little. And I get it, you know, they've gone through a lot to feel normal in this life, but in return, you're doing what they did to you to me. Don't do that. That's, in a sense, being a hypocrite. Just like you said, you live your way, I live my way, and we can come together in the middle and be friends. If you think that we can't meet in the middle, then okay, that's just it. Just tell me something. We'll go about it separate ways. I don't really have any hard feelings.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to handle it, you know. But I just think right now we're playing with the topic with kid gloves, and everybody is so sensitive about it. And rightfully so, because it's like, you know, you had to get yourself to a point to defend yourself. You know, you had to wear the birth image so long that when you finally come out and say, hey, I want to go another way, it's like, you know, the stars on your head, like, oh, call them out. No, we're not going to call you out. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I can respect you and you can respect me. Just let me know. Just let me know, and then we should be able to go. We should be able to move forward as adults, even if we gotta agree to disagree. I don't agree with, you know, calling you. It's not about you. It's what makes me comfortable, you know. And we have to respect that, you know. Like I tell people, if I go to a restaurant and they're smoking, they can be my favorite restaurant, but I'm not eating there because I don't tolerate cigarettes like that. On the flip side of that, if the people in that restaurant come to my house, guess what? It's gonna be a smoke-free environment. Period. There's no negotiation. It's a smoke-free environment because I run the set. Now they probably can go next door and smoke all they want to, but here it ain't gonna be no smoking. You know, so it's the same way. You know, so you choose your environment. If somebody disrespects you, you get out of the environment. You know, so I'm not gonna run to the door and be like, hey, you only have to not smoke while you're eating. You can smoke as soon as you leave. No, you're not smoking. Period. You know, so let's just take that same mind, that same mindset, and that same heart, and have, you know, for the community of those who want to, be respected as choice outside of their, their birthright. That's my stance on it.
You said something that reminded me of something else. They are now trying to say birthing parent, breastfeeding parent. I'm just like, last I checked, unless science has come that far, only a natural born female who is still saying that they're feeling, you're not trans male, can be the birthing parent, the breastfeeding parent. So why are we changing that all of a sudden? When I heard that, I did not understand not one bit of that. That really confused me. I don't know if you heard about that or not.
I think I've heard something very little, but nothing in detail. So let me ask you this on the real. Do you think you're a little bit overly sensitive about the matter because of the squishy?
I probably am, and my hormones are probably raging with it. But
yeah, I think when things calm down, you'll probably like, child, do you? You know what I'm saying? Man gone. You know what I'm saying? But, I notice a lot of your stuff is because someone asked you about, what's to be in your life. And it's like, it almost make you feel like I'm preparing to be a parent, but you're not about to prepare me to be something else that I wasn't prepared to be. So that's why I was asking. I'm thinking you may be a little sensitive. You know what, you got a little release just saying that.
Yeah, because it made me think about it. I have those, come to moments. And yeah, that does make a lot of sense, because as I tell a lot of people, you never tell a woman how to raise her child. And this is my first one. I'm already feeling paranoid about stuff I do. Just let me do me. If I mess up, they'll get up and, be okay.
Okay, so let me go back and recant something then with that information. Maybe you need to wait until the squishy is here and you get past all the feelings and get back to normal. And it takes time. You know what I'm saying? Because if someone says something to you and you'd be like, well, maybe I did something wrong. No, it's no wrong. It's the way you and that baby daddy say this is going to be done. Period. I don't care how the people next door raise their child. You know what I'm saying? It's what you and the man child decides it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I think we are all like that to a certain extent. We want to please our parents. We want to please our coworkers. We want to please our friends. And everybody's going to have a way what you should do. Oh, you should breastfeed. Oh, you need to put that baby in that cradle, in that crib and not in the bed with you all. It's whatever you guys come up with. So even before you have this conversation with the coworker, let's wait.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. I just say wait. I think you just freed yourself having this conversation, though.
Yeah, that made me think about it, because that situation kind of happened with somebody else where I was more hormonal than really upset, and then me and her, we're good now.
That's good. And as women, even without the squishy, we can just have times where it's like, not today. We just want to sit in a dark room with a little TV on and the TV on mute. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow we wake up like, what a feeling. Like we just, had some experience. But, and I'm sure males may have it too. I'm just saying, but we need to recognize and to thine own self be true. Realize that, hey, I'm experiencing some things that I didn't experience before I had this little squishy. And I need to step back a little bit and, because you're going to have your own worries. Like I said, you're a new mom. You know what I'm saying? Your sleep pattern is going to be off. And the last thing you need is for somebody to come to you and say, you should have done this or you could have done this. Shut all that out for right now. And I promise you, I believe we'll be coming back having this conversation, not so much about the LGBT community, but just about just life in general, to say how your views have changed as a single woman versus a mother. So I think that's a good note.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You think your heart and mind is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. I feel like we got something done here.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We look forward to your comments and your thoughts. Please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube if you prefer video content. Otherwise, we can be listened to at Spotify and Amazon Music. You can check out our website at alwaysaccuratemediagroup.com. And for any additional assistance, feel free to email us at the address listed below. You guys take care of yourselves and have a great rest of the week. Bye.
Bye-bye.